Today is being observed as International Mother Language Day under the theme Fostering Multilingualism for Inclusion in Education and Society. Since 2000, this day has been used to highlight that languages overall and multilingualism, more than one languages, can advance inclusion and the Sustainable Development Goals focus on leaving no one behind. So, in another language, Bienvenido a la revista Jamaica. Soy Theodore Henry. Now that's Spanish for Welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Theodore Henry.
Human trafficking is modern slavery. It has many forms and faces. Men, women, and children of all ages, race, and class can become prey. They are exploited through the use of force, fraud, or coercion. They are controlled by another person, treated as property, and stripped of their rights. Human trafficking is modern slavery. Let's put an end to it.
Welcome to Get the Facts, the program that provides you with information on government's policies and initiatives. I'm Carrie-Ann Smith-McIntosh, sitting in for Entros Campbell. Today we're switching things up a little bit because we want to help you with a critical aspect of your life. And this, I guarantee, will set the pace for years to come. We're talking about finding your passion. Joining us is someone who is no stranger to the Get the Facts set, Dr. Sasha Shimhue, who is a manager in the Workforce Development and Employment Division at Heart National Service Training Agency Trust. Dr. Shimhue, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so we want to get straight into the meat of the matter. What is passion?
To answer that question, I'll pose another question. What are you passionate about? Truly, passion is what drives you. It's the verb. It is something that you think about late in the night. It wakes you up. You can't shake it any at all. You believe that your life will be complete once you are able to achieve or do these things. That's what passion really is. That thing in the bottom of your belly that you feel having done that, life would be perfect.
Wow. And does everyone have passion?
Yes, but not everybody is in tune with their passion, and that's what makes the difference.
Okay, so how do you discover your passion? And I would like a step-by-step process because, I need to connect with it. How do you discover it?
So passion first is based on that thing that you think about. So if it is that there's something that you believe that once you have achieved it, life would be complete, that is first what your passion is, and it's tied to your purpose. Having identified what your passion is, it requires more research. It's not just, okay, I love to speak, I'm going to be a great public speaker, so I'm going to quit my 9 to 5. It's really about researching what it will take to make sure that my passion is aligned with my purpose and is aligned with my pocket. So I also find out from other persons, how can this passion that I have lying deep within can be materialized? What funds do I need, if any at all? Do I need to go back to school? Do I need to speak with someone who is living their same passion, one that is similar to mine, out loud? So research is key. And in my case, I tie everything to that of spirituality. So I pray about it.
Okay.
And so that makes a difference for me.
Okay, so can we just call it the 3 Ps? You said,
Sure.
What? Passion, purpose, and pocket.
Yes.
Okay.
And I want to add a fourth one, and prayer.
And prayer.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm hearing that perhaps your passion can be turned into a money-making venture. I mean, is that what you're
Definitely.
saying? And how do you do that, apart from just researching?
So definitely. It's all ties to money. That's what we're all about at the end of the day. But I want to tell you that I've heard somebody say that I rather fail at something that I'm passionate about than be successful at somebody else's dream. So what it requires, once again, we mentioned research, yes. It also requires thinking about whether or not this is something I want to pursue. Now, entrepreneurship is technical in and of itself, but there are many persons. Let us think about someone local, Bridget, in Bridget Sandals. She had a dream. She wanted to make internationally acclaimed slippers, but it comes with a cost. So you have to first find out who else is doing what I am doing. And even if someone else is doing it, it doesn't mean I'm going to fail. There are many patty companies, isn't that so?
Yes.
And in their own right, they all have the clientele and they're all doing well. Back at slippers, there are many slippers makers out there and entrepreneurs. But really what allows you to do well is what drives you inside. Is this something I want to pursue? Many persons fail because they lack that motivation. They lack that purpose purpose inside them that says, come what may, I'm going to stick with it. So the Bible tells us to write our dreams down and make it plain. We have to make a note as to what it will take to fulfill this purpose.
Right.
Will I need to go back to school? Do I need to share my dreams with somebody else who is in the business? Will I need to get a loan? Am I able to stand on my own? Will I need to partner? For some persons, being passionate means that they are a good speaker. It means that they're a good inspirational coach. It means they're a good party maker. Everything started from where? A dream, which propelled from your purpose, which started with a burning passion.
Right.
Yes.
So additionally, I'm thinking also competence, right? So
Yes.
it's knowledge, skills, and attitude.
Most definitely.
Okay, so there's something that I've always heard. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life. Is this true? And I wonder about that, especially now that you're talking about passion.
I've heard it being said many times, and I share the sentiment because though I'm in training, I believe my passion is inspiring people.
Right.
And I'll go and make presentations all over the place.
Yeah.
Some paid, some not paid. But I don't get a greater satisfaction from being paid. In fact, the satisfaction that I get is seeing the lives of persons change.
Right.
Many by saying what you have said has made a difference. Years down the road, I see someone who said, what you said to me allowed me to do some introspection and I'm a better person.
Right.
So really, at the end of the day, your passion has to be something that you believe in the long haul you will continue doing. It's not just for the here and now. It is for eternity. As long as your life is here, you will continue doing it. Awake, sleeping, you think about it. It drives you. It motivates you.
Yes.
You can't stop unless you are doing it.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay, so we'll take a break right here and then we'll return to talk more about finding your passion.
As a business leader, we're all highly dependent on the government for the effective performance of our operations. I would like to see processes that facilitate efficiency and effectiveness. We have agreed on a very powerful vision, Vision 2030 for Jamaica. And that says we would like Jamaica to be the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business. If we're going to realize that vision, the public sector is a key catalyst.
Brought to you by the Transformation Implementation Unit.
Welcome back to Get the Facts. We continue our discussion with the Dr. Sasha Shimhue, Manager in the Workforce Development and Employment Division at Heart National Service Training Agency Trust. Okay, so we've been talking about finding your passion.
Yes.
But a question for you. Can you fail at your passion?
Like everything in life, there's a failure rate. Most definitely.
Okay.
But if it's something that you want to pursue, something that you are passionate about, you're not going to stop. Life happens. Just in everything else, you keep pressing on and you perfect your art. It's by failing that you really know what not to do and what to do. So definitely.
But some persons would say, okay, so if I failed, perhaps it was not my passion.
But I would say this. If you are having an issue with your child that you love dearly, and your child does not live up to your ideals, are you going to stop parenting? No. You've now learned something that the child should not do or you should not do in being a proper parent. Just like with parenting, there's no real quote-unquote book or guide to pursuing your passion. Yes, people will tell you what it is that they believe, but really your gut guides you.
Yeah.
It helps you to know the path that you must not take and you must take. And of course, research is key.
Right.
But ultimately, just like with the light bulb, we've heard the story many times, 1,000 or so tries and then he got it right.
Yes.
He was passionate about creating something that no one else had created. And that's what passion does. It propels you into your purpose.
Right. Okay. All right. So all positives, and I'm sure the audience will embrace that. But what about the challenges that you will face as it relates to translating your passion into becoming a job, etc.?
So there are some basic things. One, self-doubt.
Yeah.
We are our worst enemies. We are our worst critiques. We find every reason why it will not work.
Yeah.
And it starts in the mind first, because we tell ourselves we can't, even when we can. So many times our mind prevents us from moving forward. But if you overcome the doubt of the mind, you will also have to contend with your circle. Many times who you associate with can make or break you pursuing your passion. They may say, boy, that will not work.
Yeah.
Or there are many other persons who have gone down this path and it has failed. What makes you so different? So really, who you associate with makes or breaks your desire to continue. And then your desire to really stick with it to the end.
Yes.
Halfway through it, you mentioned earlier, failing. You may have failed and then decide, I'm going to throw in the towel. I can't bother with this. Let me go back to the mundane. Let me go back to living. I mean, after all, I was living, but was I really thriving?
Right.
I was surviving, but was I really living an enlightened life, a life of passion or purpose? So really, self-doubt, our circle, and our stick-to-itiveness, whether or
Right.
not we will see it through to the end. So those are the three major things, yet basic, that cause us not to see our passion through to the end.
Okay, and what about time management?
Now, time management is critical. In a positive and a negative way. There are persons who say, oh, I have all my life to actualize my passion. But the truth is, if it's something that you really want to do, the time is now. There is no better time to pursue your happiness than now. Many of us love feeding into somebody else's dream. Sure, you heard the story about this boss that this coworker who said, boy, boss, 10 years down the line, you'll have another Lamborghini like this one. And the boss said, yes, you will help me to realize that maybe in 5. So while we are there living somebody else's passion out loud, we need to understand that the time is now to start doing your research, writing it down, seeing how is it that I can achieve what I want to achieve. Do I need to register my business? Do I need to do some business cards? Do I need to promote myself? Let persons know that, hey, I'm a great singer. Do I need to find myself in different avenues? Do I need to put value on myself? And that is the beginning of greatness. It's the beginning of your passion being fulfilled. Also, there are persons who believe, I might be too old.
I was going to ask you about that.
One not dead, not forgotten.
Okay.
Once you're alive, you're still learning and you have an opportunity to live your life out loud. Some of the most seasoned persons in life are mature persons, and they have the experience to now know what to do. What is the springboard I need to live my passion? So age does not limit you at all. You are the limiter of yourself, really.
Right. Okay. So you mentioned somebody else perhaps doing what you'd want to do because you're passionate about that particular thing. So passion really would not be the differentiating matter. What would you do then to stand out? So you're both passionate about a particular thing. What would you do to stand out in that business or that area?
Excellent question. So it's finding your angle. So there are a lot of great speakers, but what it is that is needed. So that's where research comes in. There might be persons who are talking about how to be a great business manager, but then you have something else. You might be able to talk about what it requires to be an excellent publicist. You're still a presenter in your own right, but your target market is different. So that's what makes a difference, really. And then it is having that winning edge. All right. So you make clothes, and your clothes is for a pregnant woman. That's a target market. While mine may be on the fluffier side for persons who are the curvy divas. So I find out what is lacking and I move towards that. But I'm still a seamstress, am I not? I'm just great at what I'm doing in my own right.
Wow, and a positive outlook. I was going to ask you about good habits. Leave with us some good habits if it is that you're a passionate person and you want to ensure that you realize your passion.
So the first thing is that burning desire that it's inside of you that wakes you up in the middle of the night. That is God knocking at the door saying to you, you have been created to do this. And the knocking won't go away, because if you have not been living your life out loud, it won't happen. One, that's one. Two, do some research. Find out how it is that you can do what you need to do in the best way possible. Think about the marketplace that you're trying to target. What is the need in the marketplace? How can I make a difference? How can I stick out? Do I need to have flyers that are color-coded so when persons see me, they remember me based on the color? And also, it's important to note you may not always make it financially initially. But if you stick with it, it will make a difference. So make sure that you keep on the line to success.
Right.
Passion really is about you and nobody else. And sometimes it's a lonely road. People may not understand why you are doing the things that you are doing, but ultimately you and God know.
Yeah.
So keep pursuing, keep the dream alive, dream it, believe it, and live your passion out loud.
You know, I actually said that was the last question, but just because you're talking and you make it sound like you're going to get the passion or fulfill it right now. What about timelines? So I want to do another sandals business. Will I get it done in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? You have a timeline in mind?
It really depends on your resources. If you have the financial will, the know-how, the support, then what is preventing you from doing it now?
Yeah.
But if it is that you have to acquire other things, more knowledge, a support system, networking, if you need additional resources, then you now need to say, in 6 months, I'll do X. In a year, I'll do Y.
Right.
But timelines keep you in line, and it allows you to do some assessment and evaluation to see, am I achieving what I want to achieve in the time frame that I want to achieve it?
Dr. Shimhue. Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for sharing. I'm sure that we will find the passion within and we will unleash it. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So this has been Get the Facts. Our guest was Dr. Sasha Shimhue, Manager in the Workforce Development and Employment Division at Heart National Service Training Agency Trust. Find your passion, fuel it, and make it work for you. And if you think about it, life's biggest success could very well be just on the other side of your passion. Until next time, when Get the Facts brings you more information you need to know, I'm Carrie-Ann Smith-McIntosh.
To properly carry out a hand rub, apply a palmful of the product in your cupped hand, covering all surfaces. Rub your hands palm to palm. Rub your right palm over the back of your left hand with interlaced fingers and vice versa. Rub your hands palm to palm with fingers interlaced. Rub the back of your fingers to opposing palms with fingers interlocked. Rotationally rub backwards and forwards the clasped fingers of your right hand in your left palm and vice versa. Once your hands are dry, they are now safe.
Kingston, Jamaica's capital and the home of reggae. The genre that started with ska and then rocksteady and then placed Jamaica on the world stage, declaring its musical might. Now that's an important fact to consider this reggae month. So too is the reality that its birthplace, Kingston, is famous for so much more, as is the neighboring parish, St. Andrew. Let's explore a bit of that.
I am on the southeastern end of the island, washed by the Caribbean Sea, bounded by St. Andrew to the east, west, and the north. I may be little, but guess what? Me talawa. So this isn't really about the history of Kingston, but if it was, I'd tell you that it's been crafted from beneath our shores and extends across the harbor further inland where the musical beats of ska, reggae, and mento were formed.
The music industry has been quite well documented, and to my recollection, it started more of an effort to play music that other people couldn't play than as an industry.
I told you.
It kind of unearthed that spirit, that creative spirit in Jamaican, and we broke all of the recording rules, but we came up with a product that kind of represented the kind of Jamaican spirit, and that indomitable spirit, and it gave a sort of voice or expression to our Africanness. From the 70s, 80s, 90s, Jamaica celebrated a number of great icons. You know, we're talking about the Ernest Smiths, the Pluto Shervintons, the Dennis Browns, you know, the Gregory Isaacs, the Alton Ellis, and then we get into the megastar region, the Jimmy Cliffs and the Peter Tosh, and then the Bob Marleys. Reggae is the soundtrack of our lives, you know. Reggae is of us, about us, with us, and it has remained true to us as a Jamaican expression. Over there.
Oh my God. What? I remember the link. So after that tubs of knowledge about Kingston's musical history, you must be hungry. So come, we'll go down a town. It is commonly believed that Coronation Market is located on an old African burial ground and was called Duppy Market before being given its royal name.
Coronation Market, we have melon over here, we have other things variety. So you can come down and get fruits, vegetables, scallion, onion over there, you name it. Reasonable at a reasonable cost.
Thank you. Bad piece of soup, yeah. If you thought it was only food being offered here in downtown Kingston, then guess again. Do you remember when I told you earlier that Kingston was bordered by St. Andrew? Well, it's time to cross that border and explore the other side. Jamaica is famous for its Blue Mountain grade of coffee, and right now we're at one of the first coffee estates that was founded in the late 1700s. Welcome to Clydesdale.
It's always been an interesting place because the place is full of history, but it's also very interesting from the point of the environment and nature. There's a swimming hole near here where I've been going to swim, and whenever people visit, we always make a trip to Clydesdale. This is the mill house, and there's a vertical water wheel at the other end of the building, outside of the building, that the stream turned, and we can see the remains of the horizontal water wheel that was connected to the water wheel that had the millstones, I think, to grind the coffee. The other interesting feature is that the roof is constructed. You can see the load of the roof comes down to the center as well as out to the walls, and the verticals came down and carried the load through the beams and down through the columns to the ground. This seems to be the residence, and I say that because there's an obvious kitchen area, which is an outside cooking area that's set up with stove and so on. There's a herb garden outside. Inside here you see the remains of toilets and basins. You need to step carefully and watch out for rusty nails. There's a fireplace, which is an upstairs and downstairs fireplace.
Clydesdale is a nice place. The environment, the climate, the river them, you know, it's nice, and you come by Clydesdale and you can just sit in you can observe a fresher breath. For them say by the tree, you live more healthier.
We've been having so much fun today, and our time together is almost over. But before it does, I have a surprise just for you. I bet you thought that was a surprise, but nope, we're not there yet, so let's keep going. Nestled in the hills of St. Andrew in the Bowden district, opposite the Hermitage Dam, it's the scenic Fallen Edge Waterfalls. Let's go. Do I go to the right or do I go to the left? Guys, take the left. I hope you had a great time on the scenic tour of Kingston and St. Andrew. Don't just sit and watch it on your TV. Go on out and explore. These and other parishes await.
What is the National Identification System? The new National ID will for the first time give Jamaicans one ID that is trusted and verifiable. This means easier access to government services like PATH and NIS. It will be easier to do business with the government and the private sector. Eventually, there'll be no need to walk with more than one ID. Support the new National ID. Get the facts at nidsfacts.com or on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at nidsfacts.
The numbers keep climbing, and yet some of you are still complaining about curfew times. Is that being selfish or are you being smart? You continue to blame the government, stating they are not doing enough. But the big question is, are you doing your part to help decrease the spread? The unfortunate reality is that far too many people refuse to take the coronavirus pandemic seriously until they or someone they love gets infected. Now, this is what we do not want, and I don't believe I can stress this enough. Wear your mask, sanitize. Of course, we love to hug and socialize, but just ease off some of that right now, not just for your safety, but also for others. It look hard for your relatives to be home doing all they need to in order not to catch the virus, and you out on the road being reckless and carrying it right home to them. Each one of us needs to help during this fight against COVID-19 as we work to make Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business in a healthy environment.
You've asked for it, and now it's here. The Jamaica Information Service has updated its mobile app. It's easier to navigate, loads even faster than before, talking about top speed, operates seamlessly across platforms, and we're a creative bunch, so it's much easier on the eyes. Now you have quick and easy access to news stories, television and radio features, and a variety of photos right at your fingertips. And you'll get push notifications when new content is uploaded. Download the app on your Apple and Android devices now and get news you can use. Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica on the go.
This is where the magazine ends for today, but if you would like to see more content like this, then visit our YouTube page. We also have all the latest news and updates on our social media pages and our website, jis.gov.jm. On behalf of the entire production crew, I am Theodore Henry. Adios.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.